Metal plates with detailed engraving. I wonder if Solar might be interested in these. Design for a two-hander. Looks like it was being packed up to ship.
It'll be exciting to work off an Enclave design firsthand.
I think I found a prototype that goes with the helm schematic I gave you.
Yes! These markings in the metal are vents, a signature of the Tarmakine style.
Could we forge the helm now?
Maybe. Give me a sec. Form and function.
The Tarmakine helm is beautiful, Solar. Can't wait to test it out on an expedition.
I am honestly kind of proud of myself right now. I wasn't totally sure I was going to be able to do that. Like I said, this style is a lost art. I know it's just a small piece, but I'm feeling on top of the world right now.
As you should. This is pretty cool.
Before my mentor, Hilda, passed away, and my apprenticeship was cut short, I always saw myself opening up my own smithing school. Specifically to pass on the Tarmakind techniques and prevent them from being lost for good. Feels like another lifetime now. Obviously that dream died with Hilda. It's been like 10 or 15 years since I've even thought of that.
With that helm, you've brought Tarmakind back to life. This dream of yours looks far from dead where I'm standing.
You're not entirely wrong. I guess I just haven't considered having my own smithing school in a long time.
You can do anything you set your mind to, Sola.
You're right. I'm pretty awesome like that.
That's the spirit.
This has all given me a lot to think about. It's going to look great. Oh, good. I caught you both.
We are thoroughly caught, love.
I can't stop thinking about the Tarmakind helm we forged, Bryn. I'd written off my early training as a lost cause, but you've sparked my hope.
We'll search high and low, Sola.
To think of it. Traveling the world, sharing knowledge of a lost style of armorcraft.
Yes. I suppose. Oh, I just need to tend to the forge before it cools. Excuse me.
Always so diligent about her forge.
I don't think that was about her forge, Dom.
Oh?
I'm not sure what, but something's bothering her. Just a word to the wise.
Bryn, you are a very good friend. And I know exactly what will lift her spirits. This may prove to be a bit of a challenge, but it's one I know you can handle. I need you to do some harvesting. Pushing your magic into the pattern of a great foe so that you can tear a strand of its power free. Oh, not that you haven't done this before.
It's the only way to grow as a point.
Indeed. And so we turn our collective sights upon an Ash Peak Drake. Our target will be an Ash Peak Drake. Strands torn from their patterns will allow you to conjure gouts of flame. Delightfully destructive.
Our?
Like all things our band tackles, it's a team effort. Whenever you pull a strand from a foe, I take that captured magic and weave it into your mantle. As a bonus, there are byproducts that I can use to make Solar a small gift.
Win-win. I get magical powers, you get husband points.
We know they've been flying in the skies above Dredger's Mire. It's just a matter of tracking one down and doing what you do best.
My first Drake harvest.
Bryn, do you have a moment?
For my favorite lawkeeper? Absolutely.
I'm the only lawkeeper here, though.
Yes. Doesn't mean you aren't my favorite. So, what do you need?
What was it? Oh, yes. I'm looking to do some experiments with our chemical reagents, and was wondering if you could source me some.
That sounds like something I could help with. What's the experiment?
I won't waste your time with specifics. I just think it'll produce something helpful, if my hypothesis is correct.
Well, my last lawkeeper sent me out all the time for herbs that he'd inevitably just stuff in a pipe and smoke.
Oh. No, that makes sense, then. Yes. Sorry. I think I can help Oria with the Watcher's Wisp.
Oh. After what happened in the Veil's Shadow, any improvement to the scry is worth making.
Exactly. I noticed that she needs a break before guiding you again. The tangles were so bad in the shadow, she couldn't use the wisp at all.
The scry has been better inside the Enclave, but we shouldn't take any chances. What do you need?
There's a plant that only grows here in the Enclave. It expresses a clarifying magical essence. I think I can use it to strengthen Oria's connection with the scry.
That'd be really helpful.
I think so too. Now, am I missing something?
Where can I find the plant?
Oh, right. At night, in the outskirts. They glow, so you won't be able to identify them during the daytime. And I believe they mostly grow in clusters near bodies of water. Not rivers, but ponds, lakes, you know.
Go to the outskirts at night and grab some glowing plants near bodies of water. Got it.
Well, they have a more accurate name than that. I won't overcomplicate it. But they're referred to locally as Diane's Chorus, which refers to a moment in the Enclave's history early on when their second leader, Diane Ramenos, was elected by unanimous vote. She was the right person at the right time for the Enclave and brokered several extremely lucrative trade deals.
The more you talk, the longer you'll wait.
Sorry, yes, please, go. Bring them to me as soon as you can. Thank you. One moment, Bryn. I just need to write this down. Stir twice clockwise, filter the sediment, put it aside for Darm's moisturizing cream. Good. Now, did I forget something when last we spoke? I was after some ingredients to enhance the Watcher's Wisp. Is that correct? I know it hasn't been long, but...
Don't worry. No problems there. I know we chatted before, but I wanted to learn more about you.
Well, I came from Judea. You already know that. I'm an enthusiastic student of the alchemical arts. Oh, there's more to my family. I'm my father's third child, but I have 3 siblings. I was fairly close to 2 of them. The firstborn is 12 years older than me and never had much interest in being friends.
Was that hard on you?
It was normal to be in that situation, I'd say. By the time I was old enough to hold a conversation, he was already playing the political game. Took after my mother in that regard. Hold on, I need to write something down. To do. Investigate why Sola keeps borrowing moisturizing cream from Darm instead of coming to me to get her own.
Big list of tasks you've got there.
Like you wouldn't believe.
I've never been to Judea. Can you tell me more about what it was like to grow up there?
Bryn, respectfully, I like to think I'm an open book, but as I said, I have quite a big list of tasks to complete. You do, too. Let's try and make a dent, shall we?
Of course. Catch you later.
lot of memories come rushing back when I think about Tarmakind.
Good or bad ones?
Both. I remember the smells. We used very specific woods for the fires when we were alloying. Precise heats and times and sounds. The guiding tap my mentor would do before every hammer strike. Here, slower, faster, breathe with me. No, foolish girl, again.
Sounds a little relentless.
No more than the combat drills you and Oria have done. It's all practice. Making your muscles carve a groove so deep the action is automatic, so that your mind is free to focus on the intent.
You miss it?
Not all. I missed the stability of a school. Knowing where your tools are, always. And I missed that crusty old battle axe of a mentor. I had so much to learn from her. Still, maybe this is my chance. Pick up where I left off. We'll see.
So, Sola explained to me that she can forge new gear with the resources I bring back from expeditions. But did you want to take a cut of my finds before I hand materials over to her?
What? No. Why would I do that?
My last point. Aaron used to take most of what I brought back from my training expeditions.
I'm beginning to suspect he was even worse than I thought. How did you join them in the first place?
When I was 19, Aaron's band came to my town in Carlhaven. We rarely, if ever, got visitors. They had taken a wrong turn in the mountains and wouldn't make the trek out without restocking on supplies.
Of course, Aaron's navigation skills were inadequate.
Yeah. Anyway, our merchants wouldn't sell to his band. Khanhanders were still paranoid about strangers in the wake of the Independence War. So his caravan was stranded for a few days. I took it as an opportunity to learn as much about weaving as I could. Aaron wouldn't give me the time of day, so I began talking with their enchantress, Pelagia, instead. She even began to teach me a bit of magic.
That can't have made you popular in your town.
It didn't. But I knew an opportunity like this wasn't going to come along twice. I cut a deal with Aaron. If I bought the supplies they needed on their behalf, I could leave town with them. Unfortunately, people saw me supplying their caravan. When I went home to pack, I found an angry mob on my parents' doorstep. There was talk that my mother might lose her position as a Delrad over my actions. When I got inside, she was furious with me. We argued until nearly midnight. My father tried to mediate, but eventually, she stormed off to sleep. I remember just collapsing on my bed after that fight. I was heartbroken to have hurt my parents and sure that the caravan had already left. But under my pillow, I found a mantle and a note from Pelagia telling me where they were headed in the hopes that I might catch up. So I packed. I was almost at the door when I realized my dad was still smoking his pipe by the fire.
Did he try to stop you?
No. He just told me that if I wrote often to tell them I was safe, my mother would forgive me. He was right. She did. Eventually. Then we hugged for a long time. It took everything I had to let go and walk out the door. In a few days, I caught up to Aaron's caravan. My life in Carlhaven disappeared overnight, and suddenly, I was a weaver.
I was born into the world of weaving and magic. But so many like you need to desert their pasts to join it since the Surge. Do you ever regret it?
If I hadn't helped his band, I might not be here now. But the way I left things with my family, I can't help but feel a little ashamed that things didn't end better.
That I can understand. If it helps, There were some mistakes I made early in my career that I thought I'd never let go of.
But you did eventually?
I did. Time never fails to put things in perspective, particularly when you get to my age. Everything you went through with Aaron will make sense someday. I'm sure there's more of him to tell, but for now, thanks for sharing.